Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And in today's episode, the topic is Shannon Sharpe gets exposed on live TV with shocking audio. So that's the topic I'm going to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, you make sure you check out Dreamerspro Max, an online sports community, place where you can go and start basketball discussions, chat live during games, and do so many other cool things. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to check that out. We have that linked in the description below and get 7 days of access. And also make sure you go ahead and click the join button to join the channel to receive loyalty badges from our channel. And also to ensure whenever you leave a comment, whenever we go live, we respond to it. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. It's a very serious topic for me. And I really couldn't believe, I can't even believe I'm doing this. We're doing this video today. So yesterday, I was minding my business, right? I was just watching some sports shows, seeing what they were talking about in the news, seeing what these guys were saying. And I was watching a segment on Undisputed yesterday with Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. And I was totally shocked. While watching the episode, I was totally shocked at what I heard during this segment on the show, right? So if y'all remember, LeBron reactivated his injury, or re-aggravated his injury that he suffered about a month or so ago when he was playing, and I think he rolled his ankle inside out or whatever it was. And it was a pretty gruesome injury. Nevertheless, he was able to come up the court, I think hit a three. He kind of jogged up the court and ultimately walked off the court. And LeBron went away for some days. And then they were saying that, listen, LeBron was injured and this and this and this, understandably. Missed a number of games for that. And then LeBron, I think, came back for 2 games. And then after one of those games, I think it was against the Kings, if I'm not mistaken, he came out and said, listen, I'm never going to be 100% again. Right? That was what LeBron James said. And Shannon Sharpe came on TV after LeBron James made that statement. He goes, well, you know, LeBron is injured and he can't move properly. It's clear to see. He can't push off of his, he can't push off of his heel or something like this. And he can't make cuts because of this injury. This is the narrative that Shannon Sharpe was pushing. But it wasn't just Shannon Sharpe. It was the media as a whole. Because I even looked on ESPN and Woj Adrianowski said the exact same thing about cutting and all of this different things. So Shannon Sharpe was saying that LeBron was injured. And most of us believed him because we had no reason, not to believe him, right? None of us thought that, he would lie about this. Why would Shannon Sharpe, come on TV and lie about this? But yesterday, something interesting happened on Undisputed. During a segment where they were talking about LeBron James's injury, they brought in Chris Haynes. And Chris Haynes is a reporter, and I think he follows the Lakers. And Chris Haynes was brought on TV, and he basically gave an injury report update on LeBron James. So I want you guys to take a listen to what Chris Haynes had to say, and take a listen to Shannon Sharpe's response to what Chris Haynes said. So take a listen to that.
Our NBA insider Chris Haynes is now joining us. Chris, what are you hearing about LeBron's health for right now and the playoffs?
Well, a source close to LeBron James has informed me that LeBron had 2 good days of working out at a high level.
Chris, be quiet.
Great. I'm telling you, that's what I'm told. That's what I'm told, Shannon.
I was trying to undersell Skip.
Thank you, Chris. Continue.
I was told he's feeling great, and he plans to return either Tuesday against the Knicks or in that second game of back-to-back Wednesday against the Rockets. And so for his outlook on the playoffs, if that's the way he's feeling right now, and I was told he had some really rigorous workouts, and he felt really good afterwards, felt great. That was the word they used. He's felt great. If that's the way he's feeling right now, then his prognosis for the playoffs, it definitely has to be, it's better than what he said, I believe it was last week when he came out and said that, he's not going to be 100%. And that might not be the case, but I think right now the prognosis is looking much better than it did a week ago.
Go ahead. No more excuses.
Chris.
He's ready to go, and he's ready to star again. I don't want to hear he's a shell of himself. He can't push off that ankle. I don't want to hear it.
Skip, I was trying to undersell you and then over-deliver. Because, yes, I was told that he had 2 great days. And
you were told that also.
Yes. And
you did not reveal that in our A block of this show. You withheld information
Shannon.
that would have hurt your case in the opening block of the show.
I was going to give me some due. I was going to get my due back from you by not divulging the information. And then Chris Haynes.
Thank you, Chris Haynes, for being objective and honest and being the great reporter that you are.
Now, in that soundbite, Shannon Sharpe, which you guys won't see, but you guys can go down and hunt down the video because we can't show the video itself because we'll be copyrighted. But what you hear in that soundbite was Shannon Sharpe say, "Oh, come on, Chris, why are you doing that? This and this and this and this and this and this." And it turns out that, in fact, Shannon Sharpe was caught lying on the behalf of LeBron James, where even Skip Bayless said, whoa, wait a minute. This is not what you said in the A block. In the A block, you said he was injured. That's what you said. You said you have your confidence in him will be like a 5 or a 6. And Shannon Sharpe laughs it off and goes, ha ha, oh, no. Ha ha, I was just trying to undersell him, Skip. That's what I was trying to undersell him. So when he does well, right? That's what he said. Now, what I want you guys to pay attention to is this. Just about 4 or 5 days ago, before the end of last week, I want you guys to take a listen to this same Shannon Sharpe talking about LeBron James's injury. So before we go too far, take a listen to the way Shannon Sharpe was talking and how vehement he was with defending his position. So take a listen to this soundbite.
LeBron James is not even close to being 100%. He was probably out there about 65, 70%. And the thing is, when you're dealing with this, and this is an injury that I've dealt with, the thing that I was able to do is that I didn't practice. I ended up just shooting the ankle up and playing. Well, Skip, you can't shoot a guy's ankle up every single day, because basically every other day. So you can't do that. But what he realizes that I'm not helping my team at the level in which I'm out here. That's not good enough. And it does not matter. Play in, play out. 1st seed, 3rd seed, 5th seed. If LeBron James is not healthy, the Lakers aren't winning. They know that. Everybody that covers the game of basketball knows that. Everybody that watches the game of basketball knows that. If LeBron James is not healthy, the Lakers cannot win a title. It's as simple as that. He's not close to being healthy. So they're saying, like, okay, we last played the other day. So let's see if we can give him a week. So he's going to miss Thursday. He's going to miss Friday. I think they play again on Sunday. Maybe they bring him back Sunday. Maybe they don't bring him back until the following Tuesday. They can steal some more time, get him some more recovery. But, Skip, I'm not surprised by this. This ankle, this injury is tough. You saw what he did to Christian McCaffrey. He missed the remaining of the season. We saw what he did to Michael Thomas. He missed 8 weeks and didn't catch a pass in the game in which he came back. Michael Thomas, who once caught over 150 balls in a game, in a season. So I know what LeBron is going through. This ankle, this injury is really tough, especially for a guy that size that's asked to move. His whole thing is being predicated on being able to get to the paint, being able to dish, and he's a shell of himself. I saw it when he first out there.
Now, in that soundbite, you will hear Shannon Sharpe making excuses for LeBron, essentially saying that he was injured, right? And Skip, how dare you say such a thing? And Skip was just like, but it doesn't make any sense. No, how dare you make such a thing? How dare you make such a statement? How dare you question LeBron James's injury? And Shannon Sharpe was legitimately getting upset. But it turns out that, in fact, Shannon Sharpe, number one, is in communication with LeBron James, or at least his camp. That's number one. Because the same information that Chris Haynes was privy to, Shannon Sharpe was privy to that same information. That's number one. Number two, it shows that Shannon Sharpe can come on TV and lie to the face of his audience. Shannon Sharpe, my friends, was caught lying. He was lying. He was coming out there saying one thing while at the same time knowing the real information and not saying it. In the A block of that episode yesterday, Shannon Sharpe said LeBron is injured. He will never be 100%. He's not fine. And like 20 minutes later, it turns out that he was lying. And these are the people that some viewers go out there and listen to and feel like they're giving you their honest take on sports. Shannon Sharpe has no integrity when it comes to basketball. Zero. Now, he may be good on some social issues. He may be funny and all of these different things. But in my opinion, this is disgusting. I'm just being honest with you guys. Why would you lie to your viewers just to protect LeBron James. Let me ask you guys a question. What type of fandom is this? This is not normal. This is actually weird. Shannon Sharpe is a weird fan. I like Kawhi Leonard, but I'm a straight shooter. I tell it like it is. When Kawhi Leonard is doing his thing, I praise him. When he's not, I call him out. It's called being fair and balanced. Not because I like Kawhi Leonard, but we're producing content for our audience. You want to give them the full picture. You don't want to lie to them just to protect LeBron. But for me, I'm beginning to understand that, listen, this guy, number one, has no shame. Number two, he will say anything to protect LeBron, even to the point where he will lie. And they'll laugh it off like, oh, but that's a lie. That's a lie. If you were in court, you can get in trouble for that because you're giving the wrong information. On one day, you're saying this, when in reality, you know the truth, but you're saying something else. And Shannon Sharpe, to me, I lost all respect. The little respect that I have for him, I've lost it because it's no longer funny anymore. This is about integrity. It's about integrity. If you're going to come on TV and call yourself an analyst, then you have to be honest with people. And now it's not only bad enough that you're lying to the viewers, but you're even lying to your co-star on the show. Skip Bayless didn't know he was lying, but he was lying. Shannon Sharpe communicates with LeBron, and this is the guy that's supposed to come and give you an honest take on basketball. This is the guy that you guys are listening to talk about LeBron and talk about Michael Jordan. This is the guy that will come on TV and lie straight to your face and try to laugh it off. This is the dude y'all gonna let talk about basketball? He has no integrity. I'm sorry. To me, it's not a joke. It's not funny. You have no integrity. If we here at Dreamers Pro did something like that, people would have viewers would have a justifiable reason to unsubscribe from our channel and call us frauds, because that's exactly what we are. On the one hand, I'm coming out saying something, one thing about Kawhi or something, but in the meanwhile, I communicate with Kawhi, and I'm trying to cover up his. Why would I do that? Why would you listen to me? Why? You would say this guy has no credibility. Number one, he's a liar. Number two, he's not straightforward. So why would I listen to him? And I think we get caught up in his humor and his social stances. So we say, but at a certain point, it's not funny anymore. I don't find this to be funny. I think it's disgraceful. It shows you have no respect for number one, for your audience, and number two, for the art form. Your job is to tell it like it is, not to withhold information and say, I was just trying to undersell it because LeBron. You were lying. Shannon Sharpe originally said that, like, I believe it was on Friday. And now they're saying LeBron looks great and he looks really good to go. But wait a minute. LeBron said you said you'd never be 100%. So how can you never be 100% and within a 5-day span, you look fantastic? Which is it? And then that same talking point is what's being regurgitated on other networks. What is going on? What is going on? You're coming out here saying one thing to the media, but behind closed doors, you guys know something else. And how is it possible that Adrian Wojnarowski will say that LeBron he can't make cuts, the same exact talking point that Shannon Sharpe has, yet they're on two different networks? Meanwhile, Chris Haynes knows that's not true. Shannon Sharpe knows that's not true. So, number one, does Adrian Wojnarowski know what the hell he's talking about, number one? Or is he in the same boat? Throwing out their misinformation. This is a shady business. It makes no sense. Shannon Sharpe has no legitimate reason to go out there and do this. You have a guaranteed contract. They sign these guys for multiple years. Unless you go out there and say something ridiculous or overtly offensive, you're going to keep your job. So it's not like as if you're going to lose your job. All you have to do is wake up in the morning, come up with the best topics, go out there and debate, do your research. That's all. You don't need to fabricate information. You don't need to withhold information. You just need to go do your job. You're like an independent media company that not only has to think about the topics, but also has to think, okay, what are we going to do to generate revenue in this business? You don't have to think about that. All you have to do is just go out there and talk and be straightforward. And yet you can't do that. And this is the guy that y'all are listening to come on TV and lie and laugh it off? That was a bold-faced lie. And I can't respect you. If a writer wrote, if a journalist put that in print, that's a fireable offense. It is. If you work for me and you're supposed to be putting out information on a particular a team or something that you're following, and you're putting out the wrong, I'm firing you on the spot. There are no ifs, ands, and maybes about it. I'm firing you. Because number one, you're lying, and number two, you're affecting the brand. And this is okay. And this is the dude that y'all are going to listen to talk about Michael Jordan and basketball. It's a joke. I lost all respect for Shannon Sharpe. They thought it was funny. I didn't. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about all of this? What are your thoughts on this? Does this amuse you? Does this amuse you? Do y'all think? And you wonder why people feel like, oh, maybe the NBA's rigged. It's stuff like this. It's stuff like this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm out.